Hello, Space Cowboys! Let's talk about outfitting for mining. Okay, so basically there are not that many rules and you can come up with a few different builds by yourself, as I mentioned in my previous video. And it's a bit of a creative game. There is no preset way to set yourself up for mining, and there are a lot of options and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to tell you some of the... Oh, I never noticed that fan is broken. Huh. Okay, someone needs to fix that. Anyway, so let's go. You need mining lasers, that's an obvious one. I'm going to tell you now that a single D2 is enough. In fact, the lasers they're not important. They make the material come out of the rocks faster, but the collecting time is still so long that unless you're just, impatient, you don't need more than a D2 or two D1s or E1s or whatever they are. And I have two D2s because I'm in a clipper and I've got so much space that, might as well. I can basically clear out a rock with these two in about 5 to 10 seconds. And that's how it goes. I have a kill warrant scanner because I do occasionally get involved in some combat, and it's always good to add to my my funds. I have a couple of defense things which I've actually never really used. A couple of weapons that are in the 3 slots, but again, depending on what ship you have, you may not have room for that. It's up to you, okay? Right, you want cargo capacity. I'm going to tell you now, in my opinion, you don't really need more than 128. I'll tell you why. Because the way you make money from mining is collecting certain ores and certain metals, and then getting these missions. I'll show you a potential mission now, if we have any available. I'm going to go into more detail in them anyway, so... Okay, there's one. So for example, Painite. It says collect 3 Painite and we'll give you 265 K. Okay? Okay? K. Right, good. Ooh, KKK. That's not good. That is not good. Sorry, I said good. I didn't mean to say good with the KKK. But if it was saying cake, because KKK is also good. But KKK without the K at the end is not good. Got it? Good. Alright, so anyway, you can only collect a certain amount of those missions at a time anyway. And 128 capacity usually gets you about 5 Painite, about 15 to 20 platinum, and about 15 to 20 osmium, and those are the only type of missions you get anyway. And to get enough missions to sell all those takes ages anyway. So if you've come back with like 50 of each, then basically you're going to have to wait for 2 hours for all those missions to come up to sell all of them to make it worthwhile. And nobody really wants to do that. So mining is kind of like a burst thing. You do a burst of mining. You do about an hour, 45 minutes, let's say, of mining and 45 minutes of selling, right? And the selling is more fun than it sounds, like waiting for those missions to come up. But remember, you can't keep those ores if you want to change ship. You have to empty your cargo. So 128 is the key. I've set up a little bit more because I couldn't think of what else to do with this space. Like in a clipper, you've just got so much space. The refinery. Okay, A3 refinery is literally the best, but it's also quite expensive. Let's see how much it is. It's 2 million, right? But basically, the A3 refinery has 8 bins, and 8 bins is basically perfect because, as you will see soon, when you're mining, you will get different ores, and the refinery will keep telling you, "Oh, we've got no space of that." You need every single bin can have one type. So if like all your bins are full up, you've got indium, osmium, platinum, painite, palladium, gold, silver, and bertrandite, right? Say you've got those 8. I think I just said 9. I can't even count. Uh-oh, someone's at the door. I'll be back. Stay. Hello? Okay, coming. Oh. Okay, so that was an Amazon delivery of a new coffee grinder because I broke my one yesterday. As you can tell, I'm quite pepped up on coffee, so it's really important that's arrived. I'm sorry about the interruption. Anyway, I don't know where I was, but basically 8 is a good number, and the best value for money for 8, well, really is like, getting the B4 or something. I can't remember, but A3 is good. Okay, a bit out of breath. Sorry. Okay, I've got a fuel tank. I'll tell you why. Because my mining site is about 5 jumps away, and I don't want to bother with a fuel scoop, so I just have a bit of extra fuel capacity and I'm able to make it there and back. Let's see what else. Okay, prospectors and collector limpet. Right, if you want to invest in one or the other, the collector limpets are much more important. At the moment, it could change, but at the moment, the collector limpets are good. The one I've got basically gives you 3 limpets, which I find is great. 3 limpets basically, I mean 4 would be better. More than 4, it depends how much money you've got to throw around and how big your ship is. If you're in a minor condo, then maybe that will make sense. But because they only go in odd numbers, so mine is a 5, so I put it in my 6 slot because I don't have a 5 slot. And thankfully the clipper is so full of redundancy that that doesn't even waste, you know. So this has a good range, a good lifetime. It's what is that? That's 15 minutes, something like that. 12 minutes. Yeah, 12 minutes. Which is great because if they go disappearing every 4 minutes, then you're just going to get through all your limpets, and you can only carry a certain amount. So that's that. But you decide, depending on your ship, if you're just in a Cobra MK2, then that is not going to help you very much, is it? So you might want to get only 2 limpets, but whatever, we'll come to that. Prospector, I only go for a 1 because at the moment they're broken. What do I mean they're broken? Basically, the difference between a 1 and a 3 is the number of limpets you can fire at a time. So if you can fire 3, it doesn't help you because every time you fire 1, it doesn't get rid of the first of the 3 that are currently out. It gets rid of the most recent one you fired. So there's no point. Like, you'd want to fire 1, investigate it, fire another one while you're mining the first one. Then when you get to the second one, you want to fire a third one, and it's not the first one that disappears, it's the most recent one, the one that you're currently using. So using extra prospector limpets to go to other mines in advance doesn't help, because it'll ruin what you're currently doing. So until they fix that, a prospector limpet controller A1 is fine for me, and the A's are usually the best because the higher the grade, not the class, the higher the actual grade, the longer they last for the collectors, and the bigger range they have. And with the prospectors, it's the bigger range they have. And there are some weird trade-offs. For example, the C, I think, has a longer lifetime than the A, but it just has a shorter range or something. Okay, that's pretty much it. Everything else is purely up to you when it comes to outfitting. And I'll let you be creative, but those are the most important things you need to know. And in my next video, which I haven't recorded yet, I will show you, hopefully, how to mine in the most efficient way possible. So long, Space Cowboys!